Alright guys, we're going to be reacting to the Destiny 2 ViDoc, Infiltrating the Lawless Frontier. I believe this is the Destiny 2 Renegades ViDoc. So, let's see what it's all about, because Renegades be dropping in December. I'm going to be reacting to it. Let's go. Yo!
How stunningly Star Wars it felt was electric.
Bro! It looks so good.
Squeezing that trigger and feeling that blaster just go off. It was like a whole new world opened up for me.
Yo, it looks like some Star
really
Wars.
Special here that we haven't really done in Destiny before. That ignition, that hiss, that sound.
Oh, it's like that. Okay.
The Lawless Frontier. Infiltrating the Lawless.
We begin in the shadow of a prophecy that says our end is already written. It's here we draw a line in the sand, where we start the long journey to fight our fate. In Renegades, Guardians infiltrate a criminal underworld to save a friend whose past has caught up with him and disrupt the rise of powerful new enemies. In special collaboration with Lucasfilm Games, we took inspiration from Star Wars to craft a one-of-a-kind Destiny story. Renegades redefines what an expansion can be and brings the grit, guns, and glory of a space western to Destiny. But Renegades isn't just about...
Is that an exotic?
It's about what you're willing to risk.
Exotic hand cannon? Drifter?
The folks at Lucasfilm were such great collaborators. They understood that in order for this to work, we had to find where the Venn diagram of our two stories meet. Themes of underdogs rising up against something much larger than themselves. Themes of hope. Those little places in that Venn diagram were the ones that really helped us find the story that we want to tell together.
If you look at Star Wars and you look at Destiny, you can kind of see that parallel that exists. So for instance, our Dredgen, they're our Sith.
Pretty Sithy.
Yeah, and then you've got the Barrett Imperium, and they are very, very Empire-like. They have a huge appetite for expansion.
Empire.
I think of the Praxic Order. There are Jedi in this release, and they are very focused on order and law and understanding that there is a binary in our universe of good and evil. We get to poke at that a little bit in a way that suits our story and our world.
Guys, this Star Wars thing looks pretty good.
That we're calling from. Edge of Fate leaves us with a really big pass forward into the future. We know of this prophecy now that tells us that we need to bind the Nine or we face extinction. And Drifter was there on Kepler. He saw all of this.
Not running from this one.
No, dang, we ain't.
Drifter is convinced that there's a connection between the Nine and the rise of this new faction, the Barrett Imperium. He sees them rising at an unnaturally fast rate and is insistent that there's a problem.
Reminds me of clones.
They're insisting that he needs to stand
The
down.
Empire.
The cool thing about this criminal underworld is you and Drifter and your crew, you come in at the bottom. And at the top, there's the Barrett Imperium. You need to work with all
Who is that guy?
crooked criminal syndicates in between, earning your power, building up the notoriety, getting the gear that you need to take down that powerful Imperium at the top.
There's a weapon that the Barrett Imperium have made, and we need to be the ones to destroy it. And we're not going to be able to do that unless we work with exactly the kind of people that we normally fight. So we're going to head out to the Lawless Frontier, and one job at a time, we're going to take down the Imperium.
Roll the Frontier. Let's see, guys. Gameplay?
The Lawless Frontier is filled with big, chaotic, cooperative activities. You're going to choose the job, you're going to choose which renegade abilities you're going to take into those jobs, and then you're going to drop into the action with your team, smash up those objectives, get as many riches and treasures as you can, and then get out or die trying. To do that, you're going to go to the Lost Frontier holo map. You'll see Mars, Europa, and Venus with swamps that are very reminiscent of Dagobah. There's some hints of Hoth in Europa, right? Yeah. We're fans of both Star Wars and Destiny, like Mars, which is some pits that are very reminiscent of Sarlacc pits, and you don't want to fall into them, you'll die. These are Destiny locations. It's just we're taking inspiration from some of these iconic places in Star Wars. Let's say we're
going back to Mars.
And you're going to pick a bounty hunting job for the Fallen to take out some cabal. And then you either matchmake with people online, you take the crew with you, you can play solo. Every time you drop in, you might be in a different location on the map. Your objectives are going to be a little different each time, and it also might be a different time of day, so there's a lot of variety and richness within these activities as we want them to be highly replayable. Along the way, we're going to throw a bunch of curveballs.
Ooh, look at that gun, guys.
A missile tower that's trying to take you out from halfway across the map. And you have to like divert and take it out, and you get some extra credits out of that. Defeat your boss, get to the exfil.
Pulse rifle?
You got left. Haul your ship in. All hell drops in on your head from the Cabal.
Might be an exotic pulse
Your
rifle.
ship flies in. You hop aboard, and you got exfil. Over the course of the campaign and deep into the post-game of Renegades, you're going to be unlocking and earning a bunch of different Renegade abilities. We've got things like airstrikes, Cabal drop pods, vehicles like the Cabal walkers, interceptors, swoop bikes, turrets. We've got 9 abilities, 7 upgrades.
Don't show everything now.
Of stuff that you can bring in and just change how things play. It's like a tech tree of options. It's like a whole tree of options across support, defensive, and offensive abilities. So the player's going to have a lot to play with here. The Lawless Frontier isn't just about raw power. It's about influence. Shady backroom deals, working for these powerful syndicates and against them at different times. And all of this takes place at the heart of the criminal underworld and Tharsis Outpost.
Tharsis Outpost, hub of the underworld.
And they haven't been looking at Tharsis. It's changed a lot since the last time we were there.
It's now this thriving black market, this criminal underworld. Tharsis Junction became Tharsis Outpost. If you have an unsavory job that you need done, you can find it at Tharsis Outpost.
Tharsis Outpost feels appropriate for both Star Wars and for us. When we looked at Mos Eisley as inspiration, we knew that we could play in that playground in a really fun way. From the ghosts that you'll see floating around to one Elixni with all 4 of his Elixni arms shaking up drinks. We took that inspiration
Oh,
and
this
we
fool's
found
making
the Destiny spin
drinks.
on it. Criminal syndicates have moved in.
You're working with the syndicates. You are building your notoriety with them.
The 3 different syndicates that we created.
We're about to go play
we're going
Destiny
to be dealing
2
with.
Ash and
The
Iron,
Pioneers
guys,
are
pretty
Elixni.
soon.
They're kind of like an anarchist biker gang. Unlike other Elixni, they're atheists. They don't worship machines. They follow relics.
Oh, look
We've
at
also
New
got
Fallen,
the Totality
guys.
Division, a subsect of the Barrent Imperium. They're run by Scions, and their enforcer Rao is going to be the leader of this group. And we've got Tharsis Reformation. They are a breakaway group from Maya's Vex. They're starting to think for themselves and figure out what it means to be.
Kind of reminds me of Pokemon Coliseum. All these different like
Crime and wearing clothes are what all individuals
underground
do.
corporations, you know.
We need to have new people to fight and new people to root for. And this was our opportunity.
No notoriety is
The
power.
heart of the Renegade fantasy is not just surviving the Lawless Frontier. It's garnering influence and building your power so that you can bend it to your will.
The Fallen are just getting
In
crazier
the
and
game,
crazier with
you
it.
get the best weapons, the best armor, the coolest exclusive cosmetics.
Oh,
You're
that's
going to need
sick.
to work with the syndicates to increase your notoriety by completing jobs successfully alone or with a crew, and then doing so you'll unlock our highest risk, highest reward jobs, and at the same time
They're like you're just a bounty hunter. They're basically
that'll take
Boba
you
Fett,
off
huh?
planet to the dungeon.
New dungeon, guys.
And you'll also unlock Invasion. That's right, Invasion is back. But this doesn't work like Gambit. It's opt-in. The invader has some initiative when invasion begins. This is more strategic. You scan the battlefield, and you're like, okay, is this the right time for me to take the shot? And what's the right tool for me to do it? Do I use an airstrike or a vehicle? Do I use a Cabal walker? Just watch out for that double cross. Yeah.
Got the Star Wars noises too, guys.
Renegades marks the Guardian's descent into a criminal underworld.
Yeah, we're going to a criminal underworld,
A world
guys.
of shadows and
Pokemon
syndicates,
Coliseum.
where your light and your choices will cut a path forward.
We're a
You'll
renegade.
fight dirty, break the rules, and build a hardened crew that can take on any job, standing up to the most ruthless syndicates in the system.
Bro, a lightsaber looks crazy. Look at that, guys.
Even in the darkest corners of this world, there's still a glimmer of hope. Guardians will have to find their own version of balance between loyalty and survival, between power and purpose. Because there's more at play than credits and contracts. Forces are on the move. Ones that see you not just as a player,
That
but
fool
as a
looks
piece
kind of
on the
crazy.
To change the future, you'll have to become the one thing they never saw coming.
Who's that?
Start the engines. Take off as soon as you can.
Bro, a yellow Jedi? Bro, Destiny 2 Renegades is kind of hype, guys. I'm not gonna cap on that. Some pre-order incentives, guys, for you. If you guys enjoyed that, please make sure you guys leave a like, comment, subscribe. We're gonna be playing some Ash and Iron. YouTube.com/Year1blink. Live on Twitch.tv/Year1blink. Peace.